So I just pulled a legendary and I couldn't care less. And that's honestly such a massive problem with the game right now. You should never feel sad that you pull a legendary. That's like saying that, oh, you should feel sad because you won the lottery, for example. But that's exactly what Audi is in this update. It's just depressing, right? So before we get into today's, meat and potatoes of the video, I'm gonna show you the clip of me opening the titanium pack as well as the platinum pack. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'll say it again later, please don't do this at home. I'm doing this just for views, and I'm doing this so you don't have to. So let's roll the clip. Yo guys, what is going on? Blossom's back. Welcome to a random clip. I don't know what kind of video I'm gonna be pairing this with. Maybe a pack review. I feel like this update is way too early for a pack review. Right, Giselle? Because no one has put in the times with the Audis yet. I don't know. But anyway, I want to give you a big disclaimer. I can tell you right now, these packs are trash. And I'm opening them so you don't have to. Okay? They're bad. They're bad. I promise you this. If I was not creating videos, if I was not creating content for this game, I will not open this. I would have not opened this over you couldn't pay me to open this, okay? But because I'm making videos, I'm doing it for y'all, all right? Social experiment, I guess. Now, I want to open that titanium, but Giselle wants to open the platinum. So she's gonna go for the platinum, I'm gonna go for the titanium, and I promise you that Giselle's gonna get a better car from the cheaper pack than mine. You want to go first? Or you want to go first? All right, ladies first. Tri-Series Platinum. Well, yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, I don't know, man. So minimum is 2 ultra rares. If you get anything over 2 ultra rares, like 3 ultra rares or ultra and an epic, then she's just killing it. Okay, Peugeot 208 GTI. So this one's at least ultra. 61. That's not bad. 64. Okay. I will get a better card. That will happen at least. The problem with the titanium is that this is a very expensive pack, ladies and gentlemen, and there is a high chance that you're gonna get poo-poo, like legit poo-poo. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be pairing this with a pack opening or a pack review yet. But if you go into here's an easier way to look through all the cards that you need, right? So we go into events, we go into the finals, which is the prize card on hand. And we just need to go to required cards, right? So we go into all cards. This is currently what I have, by the way, not much there. Yeah, the epics, I mean, it's a lot of poo. Like, if you get a 65 or a 65, you're essentially risking yourself. You're paying 4K gold for getting something like that. But if I get that, it's just, I would be sad. So sad, in fact, that, well, should you open this?
Yeah,
I opened it. Okay. All right, sure. But tell me when though. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Titanium! I'm not opening anything else. I'm just opening 1 platinum and 1 titanium. I'm saving the rest of the gold for the next tri-series. I know that in the next tri-series, the next prize card is not going to be as cool as the Remac, but the packs can't get worse, right? Alright, so we didn't get any of the 5% chances of an epic. We could get a 10% epic here or 90% ultra rare. It is a 90% ultra. So we have a 20% legend. 80% epic, sorry?
What was my highest
64. I'm gonna get over 64 no matter what.
This is epic.
Yeah, but if I get the 65, I'm gonna cry. Okay, let's go! I mean, it's a legend, but that's the problem with this pack, guys. You get a legend, right? But it's right? Dude, you max it up. That's 94 handling. I don't want to touch that, dude. I got a legend though. 20%, That's that. I mean, they're gonna be epics that are just gonna be taking that to Gapplebee's anyway. But what does my final hand look like now? So we'll put in these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's my current hand, I guess, for the Remac Concept Finals. This is what I got. So as you can see over here, I'm running a Roadster. I guess we're going with the A6, 2 TTs, and that. I don't know, man. It's a TT final. Oh yeah, you use 1 off-road, 1 all-surface. I guess this. There you go. Oh my god, I am screwed. Anyway, let's move on to the next clip. Okay, and I'm back. Now, I do understand that some people don't like me being a Debbie Downer. I'm trying to not make these rant videos as frequent as I feel like I should have for an update like this, but the reality is nobody likes to see someone complain every day, day in, day out. But I do want to address the fundamental issue with Audi in top drives, okay? Now, I've said this a million times over, and I will say it again. I like Audi as a brand in real life. I think that they've made some exceptional cars. And for example, this one was actually wishlisted. I'm really happy that I unpacked the Audi S6 Avant. It's a cool car in real life, right? The problem is Audi is just such a depressing brand in the game. Like, pulling a legend should make you, excited and happy. This is a rare occasion, right? But it just doesn't bring that level of joy, especially like a low RQ legend like this. Now, I am at fault. I don't know why. I spent 6,000 gold on those packs. I don't know what I was expecting, okay? Like, a part of me thought that if I could get a legend, at least I could get something that I would have liked. But when you look at the things that I actually like that are legends in this update, it's really only one car that I've wishlisted, and it's the RS4 Avant. There are many reasons to why I've wishlisted this. Number one, I love wagons. I love estates. Number two, this is the best non-prize estate that you can unpack in the game. Maxing that out will get you 97 handling. But there isn't really anything else that I'm terribly excited about. When it comes to the epics, it's the same damn story. It's just the Audi R8 rear-wheel drive Spider, and that's about it. There's so many things about Audi that just makes them so distasteful in top drives. And I guess the first thing is that they're all the damn same. Right? Look at the filter. It's non-prize Audi, right? So if you were to just filter all these cars by rear wheel drive, I don't know, I associate dry and rear wheel drive together, so forgive me if I mix those two up. You're left with 3 cars. Like, it's actually depressing. You only have the R8, the Q5, and the Q4. Everything else is 4-wheel drive, and that's what's one of the things that is boring about Audi. They're all the damn same. Not only do they look the same, and not only that Hutch is notorious for adding multiple variations of the same model, but they are all literally just the same. They all have about the same MRA, they all have the same drivetrain. There's nothing really different about them. It's all, 4-wheel drive, you get it, quattro, right? And it's either performance, standard, or all surface. There's no slick tires, there's no off-road tires. I mean, again, it's just very, very boring. It's just 13 all surface, 50 standard, and 37 performance. So the problem is when you have a brand where everything is essentially the same, that only the best car will stand out. Only the best car will be the most useful, and everything else will be useless. Right? And unfortunately, if you put the Audi R8 into the mix, the rear-wheel drive Spider, it's just gonna beat all the 4-wheel drives in the drive. And Editor Blossom here, by the way, because the one thing I do want to add is that some people might argue, oh, you can't compare rear-wheel drive Audis to 4-wheel drive Audis. But the thing is, you can, because of events like this and how they exist. No matter what happens, you can get either a 4-wheel drive or the one rear-wheel drive car from the carbon fiber. The way Hutch sees it, it's all fair game. You can either get one rear-wheel drive or all 4-wheel drives. They all have the equal amount of odds of getting unpacked as epics. So yes, in a sense, I can grade them in the same pool because they are competing in the same event. So even if we took the R8 Spider away, that wouldn't fix every single situation, because then only the best 4-wheel drive will be the king of the crop. A great example would be the standard tire cars, right? So let's go to standard tires over here. Again, there are a decent amount of standard tire cars that you can pull, none of which even matter as long as you, if you have the Q4, nothing else matters as long as you have the Q4, right? Because all these cars are just the same. They're all very similar to each other, and they don't really have any specific niches that make them stand out. They all handle meh. They all have 0 to 60s of meh. They all have the same top speed. Like, there's no, imagine this Audi A8, for example. There was something about this car that made it actually stand out, especially as a legendary. Like, maybe take away the limiter or whatever, like give it a higher top speed. I know that's easy to say, right? These are based off real life times. If the actual top speed of the Audi A8 long is 155, then it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say is that's what Audi is, right? A lot of it is just the same. It's boring, and it's just really annoying that we have a tri-series just surrounded around the same shit. And I think the person that designs the car pool for this update is kind of to blame for it, because why would you select cars that are all the damn same? Like, surely there has to be maybe one Audi out there that has a delimited version of itself with a higher top speed that would make it stand out between all of the 155 mile per hour limited Audis out there. Anyway, usually this is the time that I would record a what can you get from that pack video. but I'm just not going to do that. There are multiple reasons to why I'm not even going to review this pack, but again, a lot of it is going to be the same critique. Most of the cars are just going to be absolutely cut rate garbage. I can't even find the pack right now. Where is the pack? Is it live content? Is it live content? Where is that Audi pack? Is it this? Oh, it's this. Okay, they just slapped the European Grand Tour thing on it. So I didn't even know that this was associated with Audi. I thought it was just associated with the update. So we're gonna drop into Top Drive's records and talk about more problems about Audi, really. Okay, so here we go. Slap bang into the final, right? I mean, come on. This is just absolutely depressing, isn't it? I mean, the main thing that I want to highlight over here is that you've got a fully upgraded legendary Audi R8 and it can't even beat the Epic. And, you know, it makes sense in terms of real world statistics. Like this Audi R8 is 10 years and an entire generation, I think 2 generations even, younger than the Audi R8 GT Spider that came out in 2011. I get that. This car, if this was a real world situation and you put these two cars together on a half-mile drag, then this one's going to win. I understand that. But in a Top Drive's context, you need to realize that the Epic only requires 15 Ultra Rares to fully upgrade, and the Legendary requires 15 Epics to fully upgrade. So it's substantially more expensive to upgrade the RQ8C7. And, you know, usually if you want to invest that much resources, you want to get value out of it. And the fact that this fully upgraded, and this is the best packable performance tire Audi that you can get from this pack, by the way, it still doesn't beat the Epic. Right? And when I mean best, I mean like the highest RQ. It's a legend and it's the highest RQ legend that you can pull with performance tires. Because there's one higher, but that's an all-service tire car, I believe. But yeah, isn't that just depressing? Like, isn't that a reason why? Okay, so first things first, we don't like Audi because everything is the damn same. Second of all, it's just incredibly imbalanced. You know, like the Epic is taking every other car to Gapplebee's. This is incredibly sad that the 111 Epic, all right, the 111 Epic is one of the best cars that you can use in the half mile, beating 111 Legends, all right, the 87, the 82, the 84. Do you see why I am so depressed when I pulled that Audi TT? There is a reason to why Audi Legendaries make 0 impact. And then I know what your arguments are going to be. Okay, then don't compare it on the half mile. Be happy you pulled the TT. You can use it in the fast circuit. Well, here's the problem though. Everything in Audi is the damn same. So even if I use the Audi in a fast circuit, for example, look at the amount of competition that it still loses to, right? It will still lose to the RS4. It will still lose to the RS5. It will lose to the RS5 Sportback. It will lose to the RS3 Saloon. It will lose to the RS6, etc., etc., etc. Mind you, the legend that I pulled, that Audi TT has like 68 MRA, so it's not gonna do much on a fast circuit either. So, okay, I pulled a legend. Yes, that's cool. Yes, but why am I sad? It's because it will make no impact anywhere. It won't. It's in an oversaturated pool of cars that are just all like it. And we need to take into account that this game is incredibly imbalanced. Okay? Is it imbalanced? Is it unbalanced? One or the other. You know, like the fact that the Epic is beating all the legendaries. Okay, on the quarter mile, all right, you can get some use out of the e-tron. Congratulations, but I still think it's so sad. Even the fully upgraded GT. I mean, the fully upgraded GT can't even beat it, dude. Like that's. Oh man, that is insane. That is insane. It's the same story for the wet conditions. Like, what's the point of pulling an RQ77? Like, the game is so, you know, not properly balanced. Like, what's the point? 77 is just a number. The 72 is gonna take it around to Gapplebee's any day of the week. Again, on GeForce, I predicted that this car was gonna be pretty good, and it is. You know, this is a 77. For what? Just because it's a higher top speed? It doesn't matter. You know, GeForce, the Q455 is better. Let's go to another track set, Mountain Slalom. That Q4 is going to be the better car as well. My internet is going to be a little bit slow because my girlfriend's in a meeting, but also because I'm downloading Overwatch at the same time. Again, the 72 beats the 77. What even is the point of the different RQs? City Streets Medium is the only one where the A7 is the better car. I think we go to Monaco with Hairpin. Again, we go back to, yeah, there you go. Okay, again, yeah, it's the 72 beating the 77. Like, what? It's stupid. It's so dumb. It's genuinely annoying. Same thing with Car Park, right? The 72 beats the 77. I hate the balancing, dude. It's terrible. You know? And the other thing is, not take the standard tire cars away. The fact that you are four-wheel drive and top drives gives you so much damn privilege, and for what? Again, here's another situation with 233 losing to the R8. Imagine you were the owner of this car, you unpacked it, thinking, yeah, it's the best performance tire car that I can use. It's the highest ranked performance tire car I can use, and I'm gonna fully upgrade that. Imagine fully upgrading that and then finding out that you can't even beat the freaking epic 76. Like, imagine that feeling. So yeah, obviously, even though I pulled the RQ80 TT, right, which isn't even listed over here, I'm not gonna upgrade it. What's the damn point? If I upgraded my Audi TT, it wouldn't even be better than, a legend that loses to an epic. You know what I mean? Like, it's the best or nothing. Isn't that like the Mercedes slogan? Moving on to another one, Ocean Highway, Monaco Narrow Streets. Let's see how, oh god, wow, a surprise. The epic is the best car there. Beating the legendaries all over again. It's ridiculous. And it's not even close. This is by like an entire, almost a second and a half, right? There might be a situation, there might be chances where if you fully upgrade a specific legend, maybe like this RS e-tron seems to be the main contender for this epic. It's not even the freaking R8 GT, dude. It's the e-tron that seems to be the closest competitor to this epic. And maybe this e-tron might be able to beat the R8 in very small circumstances, maybe, but that requires an exponentially larger investment, right? You gotta use epics to upgrade this thing as opposed to ultras that you put in the Audi R8. Pulling a legendary Audi with this knowledge is such a depressing thing to do, because it feels like a waste. It feels like you just wasted a 2.5% or a 20%, or depending on what pack you're opening, a 5% on something that will essentially just lose to an epic. Again, here you go. You've got a 111 R8 GT Spider losing to a fully upgraded e-tron, as well as a Sportback on a Monaco hairpin of all things as well. Not even a car park wet or a G-force wet. It's really sad. Now, I wanna go on with the problem with Audi. We're gonna move into some time comparisons. So another reason to why I don't want to review this pack is because, let me ask you this: is there any Audi that you can essentially pull that is better than the R8 rear-wheel drive, like epic? I'm talking about epic, maybe even legends, right? Any Audi that you can pull that can beat the Audi R8 in the dry or the Audi Q4 in the wet? That's the main question that we need to answer, because if there's no Audi that can beat those two cars, if it's that skewed towards two cars in a brand that added like 104 cars in this update, then what's the damn point of opening the Audi pack? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the performance first. What beats the Audi R8 Spider? So we're gonna add in all the performance tire cars you can get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not gonna put the 78 because that's a price car, right? And then we're gonna remove this one later. So let's talk about that. Let's go to twisty. Let's go to dry. Now the problem is I can't really give you an accurate representation. I mean, I can tell you right now. Okay, it's kind of rhetorical. The R8's gonna beat all the four-wheel drives. But the funny thing is, right? Look at the upgrades on the Audi R8 Spider. Whoever owned this car actually bothered to put in the fully upgraded times. It's 104 times fully upgraded. But look at the times where all the other four-wheel drive cars, this one has nothing. That's 45. That's nothing. That's 6 tracks, 17 tracks, nothing. 3 tracks, 10 tracks, 2, nothing. Again, top drives players are not as stupid as you think, okay? I've seen some very stupid ones, but generally we're not that dumb. We know that these cars are not going to make any impact. We don't want to upgrade them because we know it's a waste of our resources. These cars are expensive to upgrade as they are. 15 ultra years for something that won't get you a lot of value. So obviously no one's going to upgrade them, which means that no one's actually going to put in the times. The irony into it though is if I put in all the 111 times, it's actually the Audi R8 that has the least amount of 111 times. And the reason for that is because the person that owned it didn't want to put in the 111 times. He knew that the car was good. He wanted to max out and put in the max out times there. So I can't even do a pack review because I can't even compare these cars of all their time together, even though that we all know that the Audi R8 is the best car here. It does lose on the slalom compared to the S6, but this is completely wrong. As you can see, there's a small little error icon on that, right? And yeah, I mean, the only track that we have where all these cars are compared against each other is a fast circuit, so that's it. That's it. So let's clear the cars once again, okay? We talked about what could beat the Audi, and the answer is nothing, right? In terms of epics, legends, this thing is going to beat most of the legends as well. In a realistic scenario of a max, you know, epic against a 1-star or maybe a 1-2-1 or 1-1-2 kind of legend kind of thing. Let's talk about the next situation. Let's talk about standard, standard 4-wheel drive as well. Okay, so we're gonna add everything here. Okay, so the next question is, can anything actually beat the 72 Q4 in anything in the wet? And again, we are encountering the same problems again, where we can see that the players are pretty smart. People are bothered to put in the fully upgraded. I think his name is like WTF Jake, who puts in the time for this, because he was telling me that he was the one that did it. He was bothered to put in the time for that because he maxed it out because he knew it was good. It was worth putting the times for it. No one has maxed out anything else here. Look at this, no times, no times, no times, no times. This one has no records outright because people know that the cars are shit. There's no point maxing it out and putting in the times. They're going to lose anyway. They're going to lose anyway. If I put the one, okay, let's do it by 1-1-1. There are actually 1-1-1 times for this. Again, as you can see, the Q4 wins, you know, where it's where the times for it. There are no times for the Q4 in the hairpin or karting and slalom, but you bet your ass it's probably going to beat the 77 anyway. Loses the fast circuit, that's understandable because it does lack a top speed, and that is a fast circuit after all. But this is the problem when all the cars are the damn same, right? Like, one car is going to be the best and everything else is going to be redundant. And also, this is also a great example of, you know, Hutch not knowing how to balance our queue, because the 72 is taking everything onto Applebee's as well. It's the same story for Ultra Rares. It's the same story for Legends. You know, Audi is a brand where everything is just the damn same. So as long as you have the best car in the niche, it will be the king of the castle, and everything else will be redundant. And that's Audi, dude. It's just not. It's so boring. It's so goddamn boring. And opening this pack has such a small chance of actually getting you something that you will actually enjoy. Unless you are a true Audi fan and you love Audis and you don't mind getting any Audi. You know, if you're just looking for a good car, a car that can make a difference, the Audi pack is one of the worst packs that you can possibly open, because at the end of the day, it's going to be narrowed down to these two cars over here, the Audi R8 as well as the Audi Q4, right? And that showcases itself as well in the final, right? There's nothing to hide. Those are the best performers for the most part. And it's the same thing, I mean, the all-surface category is a little bit different as well. I mean, this one's a little bit more balanced, I guess. Like the 77 is best for rallycross. The 72, 73, right, is best for motocross. The Ocean Beach Slalom, I think the best is the 77. Okay, there you go. Slalom, I think the 73 is the best. Yeah, man, the 73 beating out the e-tron again. So it's just, and those that's a different story, right? Comparing those all-surface tire cars, because at the end of the day, they're all-surface tire cars. You're not going to use them outside of this event. Audi is painful. You know, that's the thing. I think the main thing that Hutch needs to address, the number one thing that Hutch needs to freaking address, is this damn issue right here. Ain't no way in hell, ever, should a 76 should be outright slapping an 87. And that's when both of them are fully upgraded. In a realistic situation, this car won't be fully upgraded for most players' garages anyway. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Audi is just absolutely ridiculous. I love the brand in real life. I will say this again, and I said this at the start of the video, but there are so many problems with adding a brand like Audi in top drives when everything is the goddamn same. Coupled that with the terrible RQ balancing. The four-wheel drive inflation is stupid. And if these problems don't get fixed, any brand, not just Audi, any brand that they add to top drives where the catalog of cars are very similar among each other will suffer the same fate. It's ridiculous.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax, and